Hey guys, how you doing? I just forgot one thing that I wanted to say after all I did about the Woodward tapes and everything else. About playing it down and not causing a panic. You are the leader, okay? Or you are the leader, like the pilot is the leader on a plane he's flying. If there is a problem with the plane, do you, as a leader of your passengers, go on the intercom and say, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is your pilot speaking. We have a problem with the plane and we are going to crash in about 2 minutes from now." Do you do that? No, because you know that would create a panic. Okay, so for Trump to tell the American people about this virus being deadly while it is still contained in China, okay, that would create a panic and say, um, my fellow Americans, it is my sworn duty to inform you that a deadly virus has been unleashed upon the world. We have who knows how, but you don't do that. You don't do that. Or to say that China has created a deadly virus. It is contained in China, but it could hit here. Can you imagine the panic? You don't do that. That's why he played it down. That's why a pilot doesn't say. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We are going to crash. Or better yet, let's talk about the Titanic. After the berg was hit, what did they say to the passengers? That there is a problem. Everybody get into the life vests, wear something warm, and please go upstairs. This is a precautionary. Did the captain say we hit an iceberg and we are going to die? The ship is going to sink in a couple of hours. Can you imagine the panic? A panic created afterwards. But that's not what the leader of that ship does. He's the captain. He doesn't say, we've hit an iceberg and we hit an iceberg. I spoke. I looked at the extensive damage, and we are going to sink. Have a nice day, or whatever. Or we are going to sink, and there's nothing we can do about it. Can you imagine the panic that would happen? Or even better yet, right? The Seismology Institute in California, where an earthquake is about to erupt any time. You know, do they say, sound the alarm about an imminent earthquake? Everybody, please evacuate the city because an earthquake is about to hit us. Can you imagine the panic? How about yelling fire in a crowded theater? You don't want to create panic. Okay. Or if there's a fire in the back of the theater, you don't run into the fire, fire. I mean, you don't do that. You don't do that. Let's talk about, even though it's fiction, let's talk about what happened during the Tower Inferno. Okay. Fire erupted in a storage room on the 81st floor. And the fire chief comes up to the owner and says, we got to move all these people downstairs. You know. So what does he do? He says, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? It seems we have a small fire on one of our storage units 50 floors below. Now, I assure you there's no danger, but according to the fire department's instructions, we're going to move the party downstairs and entertain everyone in the lobby. And please move in an orderly fashion. And what started to happen, even with that note, people started to rush the elevators, started to panic. You don't want to create a panic. If you are in charge, if you are the leader, you never want to instigate a panic. It is very difficult. I think it is one of the most difficult things for any leader to do. People are talking about like it's easy. All these people on TV, who are saying about, he lied to the American people. He was derelict in his duties. It is not easy. They think it's easy to think of the words, think of what to do, to not create a panic and still deal with the emergency. Emergencies are that. Emergencies. And it is very difficult to, if you are a leader or in charge of a group of people, it is very difficult to decide how to approach letting the public know of this emergency without creating a panic. It is very difficult. So all these armchair quarterbacks who thinks it's so easy to just tell the people what's going on and without any thought about reaction. It's just not fair because you are not in that person's shoes. If you've never been through it, you just don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, that's what I wanted to say. And by the way, there's a fire in your house. Right? You don't do that. You don't do that no matter how calmly you may say it. Okay? You don't want behind you. Or communication is not an exact science. And let's stop criticizing the man, chastising him, for trying to avert a panic. I think we could stop this. This is yet another attack on Trump to discredit him and to hinder his reelection. And I will end this with the following. If Bob Woodward believes the seriousness of what he was told months ago, that he felt the need to reveal it now, why has he sat on this all these months and not make it known at the time of the interview? If there's really any dereliction of responsibility, it's with Bob Woodward. Okay. Bob Woodward and Donald Trump are in two different professions and two different responsibilities, but with the same responsibility of what? Alerting the public? And while the impeachment was going on, I could only envision the left, the Democrats, if he came out and told the American public about the coronavirus that's going on in China, I would not be a bit surprised if everybody in the news media, if all the Democrats, all the politicians would say, he is trying to distract from the impeachment proceedings. Because that's what was going on, the impeachment proceedings. And he did not need another thing or bring upon another thing to add to the attacks. Coronavirus, all he only is going to try to distract the public from being impeached. And he did not want to add to it. He had so much on his plate. People forget about that. People do not know the kind of a job he has and the kind of stress he has and all the weight that's on his shoulders and everything he has to contend with. People do not know. So let's stop it, please. He did not want to create a panic, period. He made his explanation, period. He explained why he wanted to downplay it. And he liked to downplay it because he did not want to create a panic. Boom. That's your answer. And that answer should be enough. Because you heard it right from the horse's mouth. It's like my ex-wife saying she knew why I did certain things. And if I contradict her, she always accuses me of either lying or sugarcoating. And then I say, oh, so you know me better than I know myself, right? And that's what's going on here. Everybody seems to know President Trump better than he knows himself. Now, and how idiotic that sounds. How idiotic that sounded from my ex-wife. I said, okay, what else do you know about me? Let's hear all you got to say about me. I said, gee, wow. I guess I was wrong into believing that. I guess I gotta believe you. Because obviously, that wasn't my intent. Wow. Thanks for clearing that up. You cannot presume to know the intent of somebody else. Okay? Or be a mind reader. I'd be wrong. But they're right in reading your mind, and you're wrong for believing what you believe. It's just, you know. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And take care, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.